Hello everybody, my name is EK and welcome back to yet another RuneScape video. So I did promise you guys something really cool today, and unfortunately the plans I initially had kind of fell through. So just to give you an idea as to what I was planning, someone yesterday informed me that I can do this thing called Barbarian Assault, which is also something that someone in a comment recommended to me, so it was on my list of things to do, when I became a member. But unfortunately, everyone unfortunately already had kind of other plans, so I couldn't really form a party. And I do want to do it with viewers. Maybe I'll do it live sometime. That could also be kind of fun, so we can have some people hop in here. But I'm still a little bit torn on how I want to approach this whole live as opposed to video kind of thing. And I don't really want to have new content in the live stream, so like it's a bit of a weird thing where I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to do live streams, because I do enjoy doing them a lot. Like, it's really fun to be able to engage with you guys in real time, have a bit of a chat, and have like a bit more of like a relaxed, just chatting kind of vibe going on. But I don't know, maybe for like mini games and stuff, like I'll do them like a couple times on my own or something, and then when I start grinding them and you guys want to join me, and we can do like cooperative stuff, and we can do that on a live stream, that might be a little bit fun. Anyway, I have shifted plans, and people have told me something else kind of cool. People keep telling me all these cool things, and I really like it. So what people have told me is, besides that also, I went to the model load mine a little bit, and I grinded like a couple levels, like 4 levels or something. So I just kind of felt like doing some mining earlier when I was having dinner, so I got 4 levels, so there you go. Anyway, what people have told me is that apparently you can also sort quests by their storyline. And one quest that I was recommended to do was this quest over here under the Order of Wizards called Enter the Abyss. And Enter the Abyss is a continuation of Rune Mysteries. And Rune Mysteries, just to quickly recap for anyone who may have forgotten, is the quest that gives you access to the Rune Mine, where you have to like bring this package and stuff over to the the rune vendor over here in the magic shop. And then, you get access to the Rune Mine, and you can, get your Rune Essence, and you can start leveling, which I'm assuming most of you guys know, but that's a quick recap. Now, there is also MQ, Enter the Abyss. I don't know what the MQ is, because it says MQ here, but not in the actual quest. Don't know why that is, but hey, whatever. And also, we would have Temple of the Eye after, which only requires Enter the Abyss, and it's actually a quest from 2022, which is a very modern quest. So, this one came out in... The original one came out in 2003. Then the next one was 2005, so reasonably shortly after, 2 years, which is not that long in a game that's like over 20 years old by now. And also Temple of the Eye came in 17 years after that. So I'm kind of tempted, if this quest is fun, I'm kind of tempted to just do Temple of the Eye for the next video, so we have like this whole quest chain done, which could be really fun, especially because I really did enjoy the whole Rune Mystery setup. I thought it was quite cool. So having said all of that, this is the Order of the Wizard storyline, and I can start this mini quest. It even says mini quest, by the way. It might be extremely short, because it even says mini quest, and it's very short. So if this quest is like extremely short, then maybe I can do Enter the Abyss and Temple of the Eye in this video, but I guess we'll see how long this quest on its own is going to be. So I can start this quest by talking to Mage of Zamorak in the wilderness, just north of Edgeville. So I have to go into the wilderness to start the quest. Now, I will deposit all of my gear into the bank, because I don't want to accidentally die and lose all of my stuff. But Edgeville, of course, is just over here. And that means that the NPC will be... Hold on, where is the NPC, actually? This area, and I will just do some exploring. So I'll put my stuff in the bank, and we will see. Okay, so I can now click this fairy ring thing. And now it says you don't have permission to use that fairy ring. So I'm assuming I need to do something with fairies to be able to, in some way, unlock this game mechanic. Oh, wait, there's a Mage of Zamorak right here. Hold on, I can talk to this mage. If you want to talk, this isn't the place for it. Meet me in Varrock's Chaos Temple by the rune shop, unless you're here to buy something. Let's see what you're selling. Alright, so he sells all kinds of runes. Are these the same runes that are sold in the magic shop? And if so, are they the same price, or are they cheaper here in the wilderness? So I guess I will talk to him again, and I will say, alright, I'll go. Okay, so now he's going to be... Hold on, where was it? Varrock's Chaos Temple by the rune shop. Okay. So we run back. It's interesting how this NPC wasn't marked on the map because it felt like the beginning part of a quest. Hold on, let me see. So the rune shop is over here. And then what is the Chaos Temple? Actually, are there multiple rune shops here? I think. No, that's... I always confuse these two because this one, the Mahogany Homes, and... Oh, am I being attacked? Yeah, I was being attacked by a random skeleton. Actually, that's totally fine. Okay, so I'll just run over to the rune shop, and then I guess I can talk to the guy there. Is there something that happened here as well? Yes, I spoke to the Mage of Zamorak in the wilderness. He asked me to meet him in the Varrock Chaos Temple near the rune shop. Alright, I will go find him. Oh, what kind of party is going on over here? Lots of people standing here. Lots of them have this same cape, which I'm assuming is a fire-making cape, considering it's extremely fiery. Alright, I guess they're having some sort of party. Oh, so I guess this place is the Chaos Temple. There's the Chaos Altar that I might as well quickly pray at, so I can restore the 2 prayer points that I had lost. And let's talk to the Mage of Zamorak here as well. Ah, you again. The wilderness is hardly the appropriate place for a conversation now, is it? What was it you wanted? I really didn't want anything. So why did you approach me? I was just wondering why you sell runes in the wilderness. Well, I can't go doing it in the middle of a rock, can I? In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a servant of Zamorak. The Ceremonists have made sure that people like me are not welcome in these parts. So where do you get your runes from? Well, we craft them, of course. We? My associates and I. Despite the best attempts of the Ceremonists, there's still more of us around than they'd like. I can't imagine they like you crafting runes much. Do they not try and stop you? Ha! I'm sure they'd love to, but we have methods of rune crafting that they can only dream of. Care to share? Why would I? You are not a member of our institute. How do I know you won't just go and share all of our secrets with those Ceremonists fooled in the Order of the Wizards? So, but I am a loyal servant of Zamorak as well. Even if you speak the truth, it takes more than just being a follower of Zamorak to gain the secrets of the Institute. You will need to offer something in return. Like what? Until recently, our runecrafting secrets allowed us to produce runes at a far superior rate compared to the inept Order of Wizards, but something has changed. I'm assuming the something that has changed is the fact that we have, given them access to the runes, so to the mine. From what we can gather, they've somehow rediscovered how to access the lost rune essence mine. It was me. Well, I know all about that. I was actually the one to help them do it. You did what? You helped the Order of Wizards? I thought you claimed to be a servant of Zamorak. Sorry, I just remembered that I have to take care of my pet rat for a walk. I did it so that I could then steal their secrets, or okay, fine, I don't really serve Zamorak. Let's be serious here, because this guy, he might have a bit of a stabby staff, and I don't want to be hurt. I don't have my gear on right now. So I did it so that I could then steal their secrets. You did? Perhaps I underestimated you. Alright, if you help us access the rune essence mine, we will share our rune crafting secrets with you in return. Okay, deal. Good. Now all I need from you is the spell that will teleport me to the rune essence mine. Actually, I don't know the spell. What? Then how do you get there? Oh, well, the people who don't know the spell just teleport me there directly. I see. That makes this slightly more complex, but no matter. You can still help us. How? I'll give you a scrying orb with a standard cipher spell cast upon it. The orb will absorb mystical energies that it is exposed to. If you teleport to the rune essence mine from 3 different locations, the orb will absorb the energies of the spell and allow us to reverse engineer the magic behind it. Do you know of 3 different people who can teleport you there? Actually, not sure. I think I can teleport there from the Wizard's Tower. And I can teleport there from the rune shop, but I don't know the 3rd one. Maybe? Well, if not, I'm sure one of those fools in the Order of Wizards can tell you. Now, here's the orb. The Orb of Zamorak hands... Sorry, the Mage of Zamorak hands you an orb. Alright. So... At the Varrock Chaos Temple, the Mage of Zamorak asked me to help him gain access to the Rune Essence Mine. He gave me a scrying orb and told me to teleport to the Rune Essence Mine from 3 different locations while carrying it. If there's one thing that I've learned, is that we do not have a moral compass whatsoever. We just kind of do whatever we think is most beneficial to us as a character. You know, we help everyone, no matter what allegiances they might have. We will do whatever it takes as long as we get to benefit from it in the end. And I can respect that, you know? I can respect that a lot. Do I need to equip the orb? No, just have it in my inventory, I guess. Okay, let me regain all my gear as well. Okay, so first, let's go over to the rune shop, because I know that this guy over here, Aubrey, can teleport me. Well done, you have completed an easy task in the Zamorak area. Your achievement diary has been updated. Okay, we'll definitely have a bit of a video once we have a lot of the progression done in one of them, where I just go ahead and I wrap up the ones that I don't have in that area. But I think I'll do that a bit later once I've, you know, gotten a lot of them through, you know, just natural gameplay. Alright, so Aubrey has teleported me. Now let's head over to the Wizard's Tower. We are back at Cedrador. I feel like I haven't been here in quite some time, so it feels great to be back here. So let's first talk to him. Hello there. Hello again, EK. What can I do for you? So, who else knows the teleport to the Rune Essence Mine? Apart from myself, there's also Aubrey in Zamorak, which we have done, Wizard Cromperty in East Ardougne, Brimstale in the Tree Gnome Stronghold, and Wizard Distranor in Yanil's Wizard's Guild. I'm actually going to quickly copy that and put it in a screenshot. There we go, so I can remember that. So can you teleport me to the Rune Essence Mine? Here we go. That is teleport number 2. Also, that is an easy task in Lumbridge and Draenor area. Once again, we take the portal back out. And now, after we have teleported, Cedrador has teleported me. Now, finally, I need to find an NPC in one of a couple different areas. And let me quickly just grab the screenshot here. And let's have a bit of a look. So the options we have, they're all member areas, I guess, which we've all not been to, which is kind of cool. So there is East Ardougne. Ardougne, I think, is quite close. Yeah, Ardougne is here. So that would just be going through Tamale, walking this route, which we've never walked, and then into the Kingdom of Kandarin, and then into East Ardougne. There will be a new town to uncover as well, which is kind of cool. We have in the Tree Gnome Stronghold, which I believe is even further here. I think I saw it here. Yeah, Tree Gnome Village. And I'm assuming the Tree Gnome Stronghold is somewhere close to the... I like how this is a part we've already been to as well, by the way, the Corsair Cove. But I believe it is somewhere in this general area, most likely. And then the other one is the Wizard's Guild. Oh, I can search Yanil. Oh, also... Oh, the Wizard's Guild's over here. Okay. That's also quite far away. So I guess the closest one would be to have a bit of a walk over to Ardougne. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I will walk over towards Tavali, and then from there we can have a bit of an adventure. Actually, due to some improper planning on my part, I do have to leave right now, so I'll cut back into another recording session right now. Alright, hello and welcome back. So, we are going to be heading over to East Ardougne, for which we do have to travel west. And I was looking at this area right here, but it appears there is some sort of rock slide that doesn't allow me to pass through here. So I'm thinking we'll probably have to go and climb through this mountain pass, and then as we go through here, you know, we can go somewhere through the mountain itself, and then we can come out the other side, probably like right about here, and then just like climb down here and end up at the beach, which will bring us literally right there. So that should be good. Also, just a quick heads up, I have a clan, as you guys are aware. We are 9 people so far. I just had Gag, as I learned his name is supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be Gadget initially. And yeah, he joined the clan as well just now. So welcome. If anyone else wants to join, you know, feel free to send me a message in game and I will gladly invite you. You know, the more people we have in game, the better. There's actually a relatively healthy chat going on in the guild or in the clan. even though we're quite small. Wait, there's Grim Nash. That's an interesting NPC up there. But yeah, it is quite fun to just be chatting with you guys. So if you want to join me in game and you want to have a bit of a chat, then just join the clan if you want. You know, of course, I understand if you already have a clan, then, you know, you might not want to join. You might want to stay with your current clan, and that's totally fine as well. But, you know, if you're looking to join and you weren't aware, you can just send me a message in game and you can become an onion. And, you know, being an onion is just absolutely great. This place is a bit white. What is this? In a conspicuous hole. I think that's something I can't do. Hold on, let me go to all. You need a saw and hammer in order to build a stash unit here. What is a stash unit? That is interesting. So I think this might be due to the contrast settings that I have active in my RuneLite client. Like, the snow is extremely white. And if it proves to continue being this white overall, and like different kinds of content, then I might change the settings around a little bit. Also, these guys level 73. Should I be careful here? Should I be worried about these guys? Because they're... I mean, they're not hitting me hard right now, but maybe they can hit me hard. Although I guess I'm kind of just like murdering them. Well, I'm taking no damage whatsoever, really. And this guy is just taking a ton of damage. So, well, I guess now that I said that, you know, we're going to take some serious damage. Here we go. What does it drop? It has dropped wolf bones, and just wolf bones at that. So is there anywhere I can go through here? I mean, I can go up here, but I don't think I can climb down these ladders, even if I wanted to. Oh wait, I can go here. Hold the phone. Does it mean I can also just run down here? It's a bit unclear as to where exactly you can and where you can't go. Like right now, my character is pathing somewhere, and he's pathing up. He's pathing somewhere around. Oh, I guess this works. Like, this is the kind of stuff where maybe I should have a tile thing active, but apparently we've pathed here correctly. Beautiful. I love that. So, we can now go ahead and climb down here, a ramp somewhere most likely, and then we can end up in this next town, which appears to be some sort of fishing town, I believe. Yes, I can go down here. And this is a tool leprechaun. Lots of people do seem to be fishing here. So what kind of fishing spots are here? So sharks, lobsters, anchovies. Oh! So lobster farming is a lot easier here because there's a bank right next to it. That's convenient. Also a fishing shop. A cooking range. So all of this does seem to be kind of built into the whole fishing thing. Also, wasn't there like a quest? Like a fishing quest or something here? I feel like I saw a quest here with like a fishing contest or something. Anyway. You know, I will do a deep dive into all of these towns, but right now I do need to keep pushing forward a little bit because, of course, we have a destination in mind that we do need to get to. Let me not tally too much and let me actually move on. But this seems to be a new song, maybe. I'm not sure. Wait, did it say aquarium somewhere? Did I just hover over fish in aquarium? What? A fish-filled water tank in the floor. Oh, cool. See, I'll definitely return here and I'll definitely do a bit more of a deep dive exploration. Oh, Light Walk, a new music track. Let's take a listen. Alright. Pretty chill. There's beehives, which we can examine, where bees live. Alright. And there seems to be a big... Is that a palace? Oh, this is Camelot. Camelot Castle. Okay, once again, I will pass it by for now, but of course we will return here. I mean, there are so many reasons that we'll have to return to these areas for quests and stuff, and, you know, we'll definitely do that. For now, however, like I was called, you know, there's like the Holy Grail and Merlin's Crystal, like totally, properly Camelot related. And here we have Overture. Cool bird over there. With maple trees. So where exactly are we now? We're now in Seas Village. Right? Cool to be exploring all these new places. Obviously, you know, it will be much cooler once I know what's going on here. Because the fun part is going to be doing a bit of a deep dive. But getting a bit of a glimpse as to what these towns look like is quite nice. It does feel like the member world so far, like at least this part, it is a lot denser. Now, the thing I am wondering is how is this game going to present different biomes and how is it going to be looking? Because as much as I really love this game, I'm having a ton of fun with this game, And it is immersive from a game design point of view. Graphically, because you're looking like very top down, you know, you're not really walking around like WASD walking around. The game doesn't have the same level of environmental immersion, if you get what I mean. Like if I'm wandering around, like when I did my WoW series, for example, I was wandering around places, like, you know, I was walking around with my WASD and I was, you know, moving around with the camera, like looking around, like the things. Like, I wasn't looking down on everything. Like, there were a lot of things that were taller than me. And in this game, like, I'm taller than pretty much everything. Like, I can zoom in like this and I can get, like, a bit of that experience. But when I'm playing like this, you know, like, I can always see the skybox from the angle. I can always see a lot of stuff, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that the level of immersion from an environmental point of view is a little bit less. Having said that, however, I am curious to see how that semi-changes as I see new environments, because I'm looking forward to seeing what they did with the engine moving into more modern content. I'm assuming, and I might be wrong here, but I'm assuming that most of this content is from the same era, at least like the environment is from the same era as the base game, the demo, the free-to-play version. And I'm assuming like a lot of this stuff is fairly old. However, I believe that stuff like the kingdom over here, Varlamore is the newest stuff, I think. And I think Courant is also quite new. So I'm really curious to see how the graphics are going to be changing, how they're going to be able to squeeze more out of their old engine. Wow, that was a weird pop-in kind of thing that just happened there for a moment. Ooh, a new music track called Wanderers. You know, I do think the 3D weather thing does add a bit of that immersive dimension to the game. Like, it's still not as good as modern games in that sense, but the 3D weather, especially the rain, it does add something. Like, you can clearly hear the rain as well. And I always do think that rain does make stuff a bit more immersive. Anyway, guys, I have rambled my way over to Ardougne. This, I believe, yes, this is East Ardougne. There's a ton of quests here. Lots of things to do. I feel like Ardougne, probably, from what I can gather, is like the Varrock of Kandarin. This is like the main city. Like, these are like little villages, I guess. And this is the main city. This is like the Varrock of this area. And then I guess over here, you have this town, whatever it's called. It's Vitas Ilaportis. This looks like the main town. And then I guess up here, you have something like this. Kingstown. Actually, there's... What city is... There's more big towns, I guess, on this place. But yeah, I do feel like we've just entered like the main town, which... I don't know if that is also how it's going to work from a gameplay point of view. Oh, a new music track again. We have a Baroque. There's so many music tracks in this game, guys, and I think that's really good because music adds so many new dimensions. And music's also really strong as a nostalgia trigger. Like, I hear songs from games that I used to play, and I'm just like, wow, this just brings me back. This place is rather cool, though. It seems to be pretty big. Lots of stuff to do here. Is it a zoo? That's not a zoo, right? Is it just... Or is it just... dead stuff? No, it does appear to be a zoo. Is it even called a zoo on the map? Yeah, the Ardougne Zoo. I like how I was able to recognize the fact that it was a zoo from a distance. I think that speaks to its design, because otherwise I would not have been able to recognize that. There's a Cyclops in there. Cool. So, who exactly were we looking for? So we were working on the quest. Where is it in the list? Enter the Abyss. Oh boy, I took a screenshot, but I hadn't saved the screenshot and I had to go. So now I don't know who I need to talk to. So I need to talk to some NPC here. Would it be the mage? Am I actually next to? No. I always mess those up. But I reckon it's the magic shop here. And that's the rat pits. Where is the magic shop here? So is West Ardougne destroyed or something? Because this looks much less populated. And then this is the actual still remaining town part. Alright, so for this one, I will quickly take a look at a guide because I don't have the screenshot anymore. And I don't know the name anymore. So the only thing I could do is talk to every single NPC here and hope I can find something, which doesn't sound very fun to me, so let me at least look up a name. Okay, so it's Wizard Cromperty or something. It's in East Ardougne, and that's all I know. So there's still a bit of a search, but at least I know that I'm looking for a wizard. Something Cromperty. Cromperty? Something like that. Oh, there's a Knight of Ardougne here. Oh, it says teleport to Rune Essence over here, so... Well, I guess that's where I need to go, right? I think that makes a lot of sense, because that's where I'm looking to go, to the Rune Essence mine. I would actually have been able to figure that out without a guide even, maybe, if I had seen that was a thing on the map. I didn't expect that to be a thing on the map. Which is Cromperty. There we go, that's the thing I need. Or the person I need. Hello there, my name is Cromperty. I'm a wizard and an inventor. You must be EK. My good friend Cedrador has told me about you. As both wizard and inventor, he has aided me in my great invention. 2 jobs? That's got to be rough. Not when you combine them, it isn't. I invent magic things. So, what have you invented? Ah, my latest invention is my patent-pending teleportation block. It emits a low-level magical signal that will allow me to locate it anywhere in the world and teleport anything, including me, directly to it. I hope to revolutionize the entire teleportation system. Don't you think I'm great? I mean, it's great. So, where is the other block? Well, I would guess somewhere between here and the Wizard's Tower in Mistalin. All I know is that it hasn't got there yet, as the wizards there would have contacted me. I'm using the GPDG for delivery. They assured me it will be delivered promptly. Who are the GPDG? The Gillinor Parcel Delivery Team. They come very highly recommended. Their motto is, we aim to deliver your stuff at some point after you have paid us. I mean, nothing wrong with that, right? Yep, let's talk to him again. And... can you teleport me to the Rune Essence mine? And here we go. We are going into the Rune Essence mine once again, and your scrying orb has absorbed enough teleportation information. Ah, yes, teleportation information, that's what we all want. So, I should now take the orb back to him. Alright. So, let me use this portal first. So, one thing, of course, that I'm very much looking forward to is unlocking more abilities to travel around quickly now that I have a bit of an open world. Now, you know, walking here doesn't take that long, but honestly, I'm going to teleport back over to Lumbridge, then I'm going to go over to Varrock, which is a short walk, so I don't really need to, you know, take runes with me to make that teleport happen. I'm fine with the little bit of a walk. But then Varrock all the way back over to here is quite a walk if I do want to return here. So I guess I'll start looking for more teleportation methods, but, you know, they'll probably come to me slowly as I do more and more quests. But for now, I'll just take the easy way. I'll do a Lumbridge home teleport. We're going to go back to Lumbridge, and then we are going to go to Varrock and talk to the Chaos Mage guy thing that I forgot the name of. And if I examine the scrying orb, it says this contains a mystical teleport information. Let's talk to the Mage of Zamorak once again. Is this the end of the quest? I don't know. Are you walking away from me? Come back. I have information for you, sir. You again. Have you managed to use that scrying orb to obtain the information I need? Here you go. You hand the orb to the Mage of Zamorak. Right. Let's take a look at this orb. Yes, this will do nicely. Once again, the Zamorak Magical Institute has overcome the Order of Wizards. You've done well. Now, time for us to uphold our end of the bargain. The reason we are able to craft so many runes is that because we do not visit the runic altars in the traditional way. Instead, we have found a way to teleport to them directly. How? Via another plane known as the Abyss. Ooh, that sounds cool. It is a complex place that cannot be easily explained, but I will share our research notes with you so you may better understand it. So can I use the Abyss? Yes. Visit me in the wilderness whenever you wish to be teleported there. Just be careful, for it is a dangerous place. Still, I am sure you'll agree that the risk is worth the reward. How is it dangerous? There are creatures there that will hunt and attack any visitors on sight. The magic we use for teleporting there can also be a bit unstable. What do you mean? Just don't expect to be using any prayers in there. Anyway, so does it mean my actual prayer options are turned off? Anyway, you may also have this pouch as well. I'm sure you will find it useful. Now we're done here. The Mage of Zamorak hands you a book and a pouch. Can you tell me more about the Abyss? It is a hard place to describe. We often refer to it as another plane, but that isn't quite accurate. If anything, it is more like a plane that sits between all other planes. Right, and what does it have to do with runecrafting? In truth, nothing at all. However, it has everything to do with teleportation. You see, time and space work differently in the Abyss. For example, you can travel to the Abyss, walk a few steps and then exit, only to find yourself somewhere completely different from where you entered. You might even find yourself on a different plane. You can also enter the Abyss and spend days there, but on your return, only moments have passed. This is why the Abyss is so useful. It can be used as an effective hub for teleportation. In fact, all teleportation that we know of use the Abyss. You just don't realize it. That's some deep lore, guys. Wait, so when I teleport, I'm actually traveling through the Abyss? In some ways, I suppose you are. Whenever you use a teleport spell, that spell is actually traveling through the Abyss and using it to link the two places together. So did you discover the Abyss? No. Knowledge of the Abyss has existed for a long time, hence it being used for teleportation. However, we believe we may be the first to have properly gained access in centuries. How did you manage it? By complete accident. One of our initiates was performing a routine teleportation experiment when something went wrong. Instead of ending up at their destination, they found themselves in the Abyss. Now, did you want something else? So the Abyss is kind of like, you know, if you have one plane and another plane, like the Abyss is kind of like a wormhole kind of thing, where the rules of space and time don't really apply, I guess, in a way. That's kind of interesting. So can you tell me more about your group? I suppose you have proven yourself trustworthy. We are a group of mages in service to Zamorak. Our group is called the Zamorak Magical Institute, or ZMI for short. Few actually know of us. Sir Ardoughne's groups, like the Order of Wizards, hold sway over these lands, so we are forced to work in the shadows. However, make no mistake, our power far exceeds theirs. So is this like the RuneScape equivalent of like Satanists? Like is this, because like, you know, they're like in red, like they've got like horn staves and stuff. Like is Zamorak, because I believe Zamorak is like the devil, right? In this lore, where Sir Ardougne is like God, kinda, in a way. You don't seem to like the Order of Wizards very much. And why would we? Did you know that the Order of Wizards wasn't always Sir Ardoughne's group? Once they allowed mages of all faiths to study with them, but they became greedy. What happened? They started to desire more control. They banned Zamorakian wizards from certain areas of study, claiming them to be too dangerous. In reality, they just wanted that knowledge for themselves. It all went wrong for them, of course. A Zamorakian wizard made a great breakthrough in teleportation magic, but the Sir Ardoughnists stole his research. They used it to perform a ritual, but their lack of understanding caused it to go wrong. The entire wizard's tower burned down, many were killed, and years of research was destroyed. Oh, we learned about that in the Rune Mysteries quest as well. Well, a bit about it. Naturally, they blamed the Zamorakians, claimed we intentionally burned their tower down. After the tower was rebuilt, we were banished from the Order of Wizards and forced underground. And that is how the ZMI was formed? Exactly. You know, I've heard a very different story about how the tower burned down. From a member of the Order of Wizards? That's right, I thought as much. Now, did you want something else? No thanks, I'm all good. Very well. Alright. Oh, wait, Runecraft level 22? Hold on. You will now receive 3 air runes from each essence? Wait, is the quest complete? There wasn't a pop-up yet. Is it done? Hold on. Okay, mini quest complete. So I guess the mini quest doesn't... Oh, I didn't mean to walk. I guess the mini quest doesn't really give like a proper reward pop or something. But we do have the Abyssal Book, which has... What? What? That is so much information. That is so much information. Wow, and then we have a small pouch as well. You do not have any essence to fill your pouch with. Okay, and then we have Temple of the Eye after this as well, which we can start by talking to Wizard Preston of North Al-Kharid. Alright, so And next time, I think I will go to the Temple of the Eye, so we can just wrap up the entire quest chain, because this does sound quite cool. Next time, I think I will also go ahead and read the book, if I remember to do so. Unfortunately, I'm feeling rather tired, and reading 22 pages of dialogue just like right now doesn't feel like something that I really can commit my brain power to. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.